Previous class we have studied about the meaning and definitions of public administration. Now I would like to talk about the scope of public administration. There is no single perception or opinion towards the scope of public administration. Different thinkers have different views. According to some thinkers, the scope of public administration is related to the functions of three organs of the government. Three organs of the government. We know about the three organs, that is legislature, executive, and the third one judiciary. So the first opinion, according to some thinkers, the scope of public administration is related to the functions of these three organs of the government. And some thinkers says that the study of public administration is related to the study of functionaries of the executive organ only. The study of public administration or the scope of public administration is highly related to the functionaries of executive only. And some another group of thinkers' opinion, the study of public administration is related to the study of management system. Management system only. So some thinkers of public administration try to fix the scope of public administration in their own views. The first one, Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol. In his view, the scope of public administration is involving 5 important areas. The scope of public administration is involving 5 important areas, like first one, planning. Second one, organization. And the third one, direction. And the fourth one, coordination. And the final last one, fifth one, control. So Henry Fayol, in his view, public administration, the study of public administration or scope of public administration is involving in 5 important areas: planning, organization, direction, coordination, and control. And another thinker, second one, McQueen. According to him, the area of public administration involves in 3 important sectors, 3 important areas. The first one, people. Second one, instruments. And the third one, methods. Okay. The third thinker, Willoughby. Another thinker, Willoughby. According to him, public administration involves 5 major areas. In his view, public administration, the scope of public administration involves 5 major areas. First one, general administration. Second one, organization. And the third one, staff. Fourth one, instruments and supply. Instruments and supply. And last final, budget. Budget. And another thinker, Luther Gulick. Luther Gulick. Luther Gulick, he expands in his view in one single word. He tried to explain in his view in one single word, that is postcard. Not postcard, postcard. Here every letter explains, in this postcard every single letter explains the scope of public administration. Let me explain one by one. The first letter, which is the first letter? P. Here P stands for planning. Planning. It is a first part of the administration. Planning is a first and foremost part of administration. Before the beginning of the work, there would be a pre-preparation of some works. Isn't it? So before the beginning of the work, there would be a pre-preparation of some works, like taking decision regarding the approximate cost. Taking decision towards approximate cost, approximate time, approximate step. These are the pre-preparation would be taken place before starting of the work. Okay, clear? The second one, another one. Here O stands for organization. O stands for organization. So according to the planning, there will be a organization. According to the planning, definitely there will be a organization. Here some departments, sub-departments, boards will be formed. Here some departments will be formed. Departments, boards, and sub-departments also will be formed. And also divided work among, there will be a division of work divided among these departments, boards and all. Okay, clear? Then third one, staff. The third letter, staff. S stands for staff. Staffing. According to the need of organization, there will be a need of qualified. According to the need of organization, there will be a need of qualified and efficient staff. Here the scope of public administration is related to recruitment of these staff, recruitment and qualification, fixation of qualifications, then training of the staffs, and rules and regulations, fixation of rules and regulations. These and all definitely the part of the scope of public administration. The next one, fourth letter, D stands for direction. Direction. Without the direction, the staff and departments won't able to work, isn't it? Without the direction, the staff and departments won't able to work. So higher authorities, heads of the departments, directions also a part of the scope of public administration. Here higher authorities directions and heads of the department directions also a part of the scope of public administration. The another here CO stands for coordination. Coordination. So coordinations, the efforts of uh, to achieve cooperation among the staff and departments to efforts towards the achieve cooperation among the staff and the departments is nothing but coordination. Generally there would be a different opinion among the staff, is it no? Generally there would be a different opinions among the departments also and the staffs also. So here the efforts towards to achieve cooperation is nothing but coordination. So this coordination is definitely the part of the scope of public administration. The next another one, sixth one, reporting. R stands for reporting. So department heads annual reports. Here the sum of the reports would be a part of public administration, the scope of public administration. So like department annual reports, departmental annual reports and higher authorities reports. Annual higher authorities reports also a part of scope of public administration. Okay, clear? The next one, another one, B stands for budget. B stands for budget. So here some of the main important things related budget like financial plans and department wise sharing of financial equipments, financial instruments. These and all definitely the part of the scope of public administration.